And we're underway and sprinting to turn number 1. Great launch, George Russell. Exactly what he needed. What can those soft tyres do for Charles Leclerc? Nothing at the moment. He maintains P3. Lando Norris is in second position. They were very well behaved. Oscar Piastri trying to put the pressure on, but it's Antonelli who finds himself up a position. That is crucial for him. Remember, it's 8 points in the World Championship battle. Russell getting a really clean start. Further back in the pack. Will they all make it through? Looks like Charles Leclerc has fired up those soft tyres, but does he have anywhere to go into turn 7? The answer is inevitably no. Russell, Norris, Leclerc, Antonelli up a place.
Well, as expected, everyone keeping it nice and sensible on that opening lap. We saw one of the Hasses locking up of Behrman. It would have been down into Tarzan. But otherwise, there we go with Antonelli looking on the inside, but not managing to convert.
Hungry for it, isn't he? Verstappen as well now prowling on the back of Piastri. There's another chance if you want to be really brave on the brakes here at 11, but I don't think even Max is going to go for that one at this stage. Looks quite dusty off the racing line as well. When Lando dropped down low at turn 3, I think just kind of making sure that no one dive-bombed him like Max did at the start of the Grand Prix last year, but he lost a lot of speed on the exit, and that's why Leclerc started attacking up to 6.
Russell is not comfortable at the front. One mistake would see him absolutely in the clutches of Norris.
Yeah, and as you both know, gentlemen, mistakes are possible. That's the nature of this place. We saw it from Kimi Antonelli yesterday. It's why he's not fighting George Russell at the front. It's why he's got a couple of cars in between. Lap 16 of 24. George Russell, in the context of, I said it yesterday, this is so important for his entire motor racing journey, the second half of this season. Maybe not the outright result by the end of it, but just, can he find the driver that everyone thought was going to be a contender? Because he's just been on the back foot. When he's been off the pace, he's not just been behind Kimi, he's been behind this gaggle, including Lewis Hamilton, including Max Verstappen, including the McLarens in recent times. He is looking for a reset to just get back to the edge that he seemed to have last year, where he posted his best ever Formula One season.
Leclerc's closer here.
Yeah, this looks like a chance.
This looks like his first chance. Charles Leclerc to the inside. The Ferrari man gets to the apex first. They run wheel to wheel, but Charles Leclerc gets by, and Lando Norris, struggling with his rear at the McLaren, has enabled Leclerc to chip away and get up to second place in the sprint.
That's a great move. Managed to get up the inside. Norris gave him that line, hoping to hang on, but Leclerc was good enough on the brakes and then just made sure that he was ahead of the apex and could muscle Norris off out wide. So Lando had nothing to come back once he gifted Charles the inside line.
The Mercedes, the silver Mercedes, up against the papaya McLaren. Hint of a move, bit of a look. Can he try a little bit of an up and under? Can he use the superior traction from his rear Pirelli tyres? He will have in his mind that he had contact at this corner in the Grand Prix here last year, and he will play the long game. That was the only time that he'd had even a hint of a look to try and get past Lando Norris.
Yeah, and again, it's so inviting to go low there, but you're always going to wash wide, and the high line allows you to carry much better minimum speed around turn 3, and Kimi knows that only too well after his incident last year. So doesn't want to take the risk, doesn't need to with his championship lead as well. That's still looking pretty, with him being a few places ahead of Lewis Hamilton, so things are okay for him.
They are indeed. We're on the final lap of the race. Antonelli trying to produce something at the end. Norris trying to hang on to the grip. And further up, it will be a return to P1 for George Russell. Here he is, round the 13th corner now. The rain did not arrive in time, and it means for George Russell, he will look up, he will see the checkered flag first, and for the third time this year, George Russell wins a Formula One sprint race. He returns to P1 for the first time since the Austrian Grand Prix, and if we'd had one lap more, I think we'd have had a totally different order, because the rain is coming down in intensity, and George Russell will breathe a sigh of relief, because we nearly got one of those endings to a Formula One race. And yet, after 24 laps, Russell, before the rain arrives, takes the win.
And not a moment too soon. Oh, that's one that you're just relieved at, I think, if you're George. Finding the form again, putting it together, and you just do not need any moisture on the ground on that last lap to make it jittery.
Good job. Nice work today. Good work. Well done, mate.
That would have been a very sketchy last lap.
if that rain came about earlier. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Well done, George. Tick the first box for the weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Sergio.
Oh my word. The volume. Just imagine at this point, lighting it up, getting back to the pit lane. Extraordinary. He's on the top of the car as the winner of a Formula One sprint race for the third time this year. And he returns to P1 for the first time since the Austrian Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc with a great move, the major move of the race into Tarzan corner. Lando Norris doing well to hang on to third. Kimi Antonelli not finishing too far behind across the line in fourth. It's Russell's return to the front in Formula One. Sprint pole yesterday converted into sprint victory today, third time in this season. He's managed to do that.